What is good, everybody? My name is Aaron.
It's Brian, and it's a beautiful day, beautiful Friday, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is. And this is the Courtside View podcast, and this is episode 14. Now, you already know what time it is. You already know why we're here. And yes, we are reacting to last night's game, and that is right. Brian was absolutely right. The Warriors won in 6. I was right as well in terms of the Warriors winning the finals because I did not trust the Boston Celtics, and I was right. Now, this is a celebration, you know what I'm saying? Because order was restored, like Brian likes to say, because the Boston Celtics winning would have been a disaster. So I brought a few things to just celebrate the occasion. And number one, here's a cup for you, man. Here's a cup for you. I'm going to pour me some champagne. We got some champagne, you feel me?
We are above the age of 21.
Yes,
in case
y'all want to. Here we go. I'll pour you some too.
Don't give me too much now.
I think that's good now.
Yeah, I don't really drink like that.
Yeah, you feel me? It's all fizzy, you feel. Got some champagne up in this joint, because it's a celebration, man.
We celebrate, man, for being right. How that joint tastes.
Not bad, huh? Bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not bad, huh? But yeah, man, again.
And we're also wearing all black because it's also a funeral.
Yes, it's a celebration and it's a funeral as well because the Boston Celtics, them Warriors got them out of there. You feel me? They are dead in the water. Dead in the water. Yes. But anywho, let's get to the game itself. And man, out the gates, the Boston Celtics, they thought they had it. They thought they were doing something. They were hitting their shots, you feel me? Was Jaylen Brown. He was coming out there shooting Al Horford, Jason Tatum. But then all of a sudden, the Golden State Warriors said, wait a minute. We are up 3-2. We want this ring that badly. You saw Stephen Curry. You saw Klay Thompson. You saw Draymond. You saw Jordan Poole hitting those crazy shots. And the Warriors just had the lead in hand for the rest of the game, and Boston didn't know what they were doing. Just talk about the game. How did you feel?
I was not worried, not a single second throughout the entire game. I saw the Celtics go up. It was like 12-2. I said, okay, that's cool. Then I saw them get up. Okay. Then the Warriors started shooting. I said, yep, time for the avalanche.
Yes.
They went on a 21-0 run, and I was like, yep. And once I saw Draymond make the 3, I said, that's a game.
Yes, it was. Draymond, we got to give Draymond credit because he came through when it mattered the most. Because those last few games, we was on him. We was like, dude, like your liability on the court. You're playing all these minutes. You're one of the most important players on the squad. You have to show up when it matters most. And he said, I got you, Aaron. I got you. Yep. I think it was 12 points. He might have
12, 10 or 11 and like 8.
It was amazing. That was a Draymond-esque performance like we expect him to be.
And he was everywhere on defense.
Absolutely. He looked like the Draymond
wasn't really
from the
committing
Mavs series.
fouls. That meant he was locked in for real.
Absolutely. And we got to give him credit on that because, we're going to bash the guy but not give him credit. Like, who are we to do that? So, yeah, salute to Draymond. I'm going to watch your podcast later because
I seen it.
Entertaining itself. So, I just can't wait for that. But Andrew Wiggins. Motherfucking Wiggins, Maple Jordan. I'm trolling. Don't worry, I'm not calling him Michael Jordan.
I'll give it a pass.
Yeah. But Andrew Wiggins, man, the Tatum stopper, Wiggins Island. That boy had Jason Tatum
in the torture rack.
Boy, had that man
in program.
Had that man in Guantanamo Bay. Had that man just locked up like Akon said.
I'm locked up.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, Andrew Wiggins, the two-way player that he is, he's right when he was talking to Jordan Poole. He was like, yeah, we getting paid because y'all going to get paid now. Andrew Wiggins, you already getting paid $30 million, bro. You about to get paid another $30 million. Another one, like DJ Khaled said. I'm just giving out shout-outs as I am right now because I'm just excited.
Shout out Gary Payton II.
Him, too. He going to get paid as well because he did his thing in that game. And, man, everybody on the Warriors just showed up that game.
Except Well, on the
Klay
offensive
Thompson.
end,
Klay Thompson,
Klay
yeah,
did not.
yeah.
But
Klay-
he was there for the steals. And
Nah,
stuff,
you know
so.
what? Klay Thompson was selling that second half. Like, let's get that out
Yeah.
the way. Like, I was like, bro, what you doing? Like,
Them
seriously.
bricks was not
Bro,
helping.
honestly, that second half, that third quarter, that was some of the worst basketball I've seen. Like, it was nasty business.
It was just the officiating was calling everything for that. I was like, oh, this is nasty.
But when I heard that Scott Foster wasn't going to be reffing the game, I was like, we got it. The extender is not going to be there. So there's no more, the Celtics, they going to have the refs on their side. No, you're not. And the Celtics fans was like, 3 of the 4 refs that were reffing with Scott Foster, it was a game 1 or was it game 3, whatever, they're going to be in there. I'm like, but they not the head honcho. They not the chief ref out there. It don't matter how those refs are. If you're not the head of it all, it doesn't matter. And guess what happened? The Warriors won in in a deciding fashion. And Stephen motherfucking Curry, 34 points, shot 50% from the field, was efficient, was excellent when he needed to be, was hitting crazy shots like he always does in the first quarter. Oh my God. Third quarter came around, hit that shot, was it like 35, 30 feet, whatever it was. Insane, dude holding a sign. I think it was like he was holding his fingers when I'm counting the rings, whatever. Bruh. He may be a front runner, but hey, when he's front running, he's the best at doing it. So I gotta give Stephen Curry credit on that. When you front running, man, it's entertaining as long as it's not my team. If it's my team, then it's a different story. Then you gotta see me. But when it's not my team and it's the Celtics, go all out, man. Go all out. So yeah, I was excited for that. And man, Steve Kerr he had an excellent series coaching the Warriors, just inserting Otto Porter. What was it, game 4, him in the starting lineup. That was a great addition. And then also let's talk about the role. Like Otto Porter in that game as well. He was hitting shots as well.
Yep.
Oh my God. And it was just everybody was contributing in their own way, and that's what you need for a championship team. On the other side of the court, totally different story. Al Horford, Jaylen Brown.
Before we get to the Celtics,
go ahead.
I'm going to give the Celtics championships hopes and dreams a moment of silence. All right, that's enough. Now, I've been waiting a long time for this day, and I'm telling you, it couldn't have come on a better day. A Friday, Juneteenth, the cookouts and stuff about to be popping this weekend, Hey, man, it's just a good day to be alive and a good day to be a Celtics hater. And let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
Only people I'm giving props to is Al Horford and Jaylen Brown.
Amen to that.
They were the only Celtics players out there to show some heart.
You saw that RDC World video?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Third quarter, I was like, man, Al Horford he wanted it. He wanted it, and nobody else did.
Absolutely. And Jaylen Brown, he tried in the fourth. He
Jaylen,
tried. He had 34, I think he did.
He tried to carry the so-called star of the team.
People were proclaiming him as a superstar.
Marcus Smart, defensive player to get where? Where were you at? Steph was baking you all night. You was looking lost on defense.
Them screens, man. Them screens was just killing them. Killing them boys.
Like, oh, yeah, my bad. I'll give credit to Rob Williams, too. Rob Williams, he was hooping out there. You know, he playing good defense.
Yeah.
But other than that, nobody else deserved. And first of all, one thing that blew my mind, Ime Udoka, I think I'm pronouncing it.
Udoka, yep.
Yeah. He was running a lineup with Peyton Pritchard and Derek White in it for like a quarter and a half, for like a whole quarter. I was like, what is this man doing?
Oh, man.
Then they had like 3 timeouts at the half. I said, oh, man, they're going to lose.
Yeah.
It was just bad work. And Jason, oh, goodness.
Jason Tatum. Woo! Get in your bag. Let's hear it. What you got to say?
Jason Tatum, you can wear the armband.
Ooh.
You can want to be Kobe. You can text him before the game, but you can't have Kobe's heart. You don't have his mentality. You don't got that killer in you. You ain't no black mamba. You a garter snake. You can't do it. So what I want you to do, Tatum, take the armband off, delete Kobe's number,
ooh,
and get in the gym and find your own path.
Oh, man.
Jaylen Brown was out there. He was carrying you. You looked in the eyes of Giannis and Jimmy, 2 elite defenders, and then you see Andrew Wiggins and fold?
Talk about the turnovers.
Oh, my. The turnovers.
100 turnovers.
The most turnovers of any player in the playoff run. And you're a small forward? You're not even a primary ball handler.
Man.
You had 2 points in the second half, and it came off of pretty much a wide open dunk.
Man.
That is bruh. I think Kobe would have turned the game off midway if he seen that on his screen.
Talk about them layups, man. Talk about
Layups.
how soft he was in the paint.
Jason Tatum, you are 6'10". Why are you always flailing your arms? I seen the left. He got body bumped by Draymond a little bit and just did this with the ball, threw the ball behind his head. I was like, what is this dude doing? You're not getting the call. It's the finals. Go out there and hoop.
Yeah, man. You need to, bro, stop trying to be all finesse, man. Sometimes you just got to. He's trying to be too finesse, man. Like Euro step in and all. No, sometimes you just got to run somebody over. Just screw it.
Use the stiff arm. They wasn't going to call it anyway.
Right. Unbelievable. He's just too finesse, man. Not enough.
From this point forward.
Not enough dog, man.
From this point forward, I got PG above Tatum until he shows me otherwise.
Ooh, that's hot. That's a hot take. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
I don't know about that. I'm not going. That's a different discussion for another day. But I say they're in the
Jason
same.
Ainham.
Oh.
Should be ashamed of that performance. But fortunately,
13 points, by the way.
He's a young guy. He's only 24.
Yeah.
He has time to reconcile and correct his wrongs. You know what I'm saying?
13 points though. Nasty.
Not a good look. Oh. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You see, it's funny because Devin Booker, when he lost the finals, at least he averaged 28.
He had like 2 40-point games.
Yeah. What did Tatum do?
Ooh. So we putting Booker over Tatum?
No, I'm just saying it's funny. It's just funny. That's all. The one of the Kobe disciples, he answered the call. The other one,
I don't know what's up with all these Kobe disciples. Kyrie, Booker, Tatum. You know, these guys, they've been kind of weary, you know, in the playoffs. You feel me, this year. I don't know what this is about. You know, they trying to mimic Kobe, but it's not looking good. Maybe it's not a good idea to try to mimic Kobe. You know, Kobe, he was
got to be your own man.
Yeah, you got to be your own man, because Kobe, you know, he was a great bad shot taker and maker. I'll say that for sure. And, you know, he had that mentality. He had that winner's mentality.
Kobe looked up to Jordan, but it wasn't like, oh, no, I'm trying to be Jordan.
I'm trying better than Jordan. And, hey, he wasn't better
Too
than
much
Jordan.
idolism going on.
Absolutely, bro. Be your own man.
These all-time players, the Jordans, the Kobes, the Brons, the Stephs, and all them, they got their name because they're them. They play their game.
Yeah.
They didn't mimic anybody.
You said last podcast, be yourself.
Yep. The Be Yourself Challenge.
Yeah, be yourself challenge, man. I like that. I like that because Tatum, it's just Tatum. Like right now, I said it last podcast, man. One of the problems with the Celtics is that they don't have a traditional point guard. And Tatum, Ime Udoka put a lot on his plate that he's not ready for, especially when it comes to facilitating. Dude, listen, that game one was an anomaly. Let's get that out the way. That 13 assists, that is not him at all. And it just goes to show that those next games where he kept turning the ball over. You're like, okay, I see what this is all about. That's going to be the next evolution of Jason Tatum's game, is his ability to pass the basketball, to be a playmaker. Because if he's not that, then teams are just going to keep doing the same thing that the Warriors have been doing, that the Miami Heat have been doing, even Milwaukee Bucks have been doing in terms of making him sort of turn the ball over, again, having him be flustered and all that other stuff. Because if not, if you don't get better in terms of that area, and also your handles as well. Like, I thought your handles, hey, he be getting stripped sometimes, so he needs to work on that as well. But yeah, Jason Tatum, please, in the offseason, become a better passer, become a better decision maker, because it's just awful. 100 turnovers.
Oh my goodness.
Not even Russell Westbrook did that.
Not even that. you had Steph Curry on the matchup, and he ripped you consistently.
Oh my God!
In the what?
You know the stats. I heard something where it was like when I don't know if it was just Tatum itself, but I think it may have been whenever they were hunting whenever they were hunting Steph and Curry, they only made like 2 for maybe 10 or 12 or something. Like it was inefficient, very inefficient. And you would think that okay, that's the idea that you want, right? You want to hunt Steph, sort of get him tired on defense, and he's sort of like very skinny. But no, it's not. This is not the same Steph from 2016 where you can just keep messing with him on the screens, whatever, and try to attack him. No, my man. First of all, my man Steph, he got bigger, more muscle, and all that stuff, and he's become a better defender. You can see it. You can just tell, like, in some of the plays. Like, dude was staying right in front of his man.
Wasn't biting on too much.
Not biting on too much. Like, he's worked a lot on his defense. And I got to give Stephen Curry credit on that much. Because in the past, it was just definitely a detriment to his team sometimes when it came to his defense. Even though he gave effort. Even though he always gave effort. That's the one thing you can never deny about Steph. Unlike a guy like Russell Westbrook, who, there's times where he takes play off. No, Steph actually gave effort. It's just he's just a mismatch. That's really it. But now Steph, he can defend, and that's a great thing.
And it's a great day for the Steph Curry fans, and a great day for me, because now y'all have nothing to say about him now.
Yup. And I want to transition, since we're talking about Stephen Curry, his legacy. What this championship means for his legacy. 4 rings, tied it with LeBron. One ring back from Kobe, from Magic, from Duncan, and them and stuff and that nature. And man, just his legacy from this championship, finally getting that ring where people can't say like, oh, it's because this team was injured or because he had Kevin Durant. Like, there's no excuse. None. And he got the finals MVP, undisputed finals MVP, I will say. And you can't say nothing. Like, this is the one ring where you just look at Stephen Curry, he's like, he did it. He did his thing. Like, you can't say anything bad about him. And so
finals MVP.
Yeah. A plus performance in the finals. You can't deny it. Sure, he had that game 5, but they still won at the end of the day, and he still contributed when the playmaking and defense as well. So Stephen Curry, I gotta give you props, man. Your legacy is
cemented. It's cemented with the greats.
Yes,
there's
absolutely.
nothing. The only thing he hasn't accomplished is getting the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's true. And
in the first team All NBA, but
right.
that ain't his game.
I think he has first team. He has first team
He
All
does?
NBA. Oh, you talking about all defense?
Yeah, all defense.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna expect him to get that as well.
But he's accomplished pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Y'all have nothing to say to him. Say to him anymore.
Nothing to say.
It used to be, he can't win without KD. Well, debunked again.
So obviously now that he's won without Kevin Durant, number one, I heard that Kevin Durant was at the game. They ain't show him.
No, that was a fake. That was a fake.
That was
tweet.
fake.
I think that was a fake tweet.
Man, I was about to say, I was like, damn, Kevin Durant going there. I was like, hey, I got to give him credit. For that.
KD don't get down like that.
I was like, damn, KD gonna go there. With all the controversy, you want to show your face. It's a bad look. Yeah. But I got it. Hey, good thing, because it would have been bad if he showed his face. But anywho, yeah, Steph finally won one without Kevin. Well, he already won one without Kevin, but won one without Kevin Durant, and he was the Finals MVP. There was no excuses, and so how does this ring look for Kevin Durant?
I mean, if anything, it proves that he shouldn't have left, but he got his ring, so I guess he don't really care.
But the thing, because remember the whole argument, well, the Warriors need Kevin Durant and all that stuff. That goes out the window now, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because you look
I guess, if anything, Kevin Durant looks more like a bus rider.
Here we go. I mean, I'm not going to deny it.
I mean, it's like they drove by, say, hey, Kevin, you want to get on the bus? And he was like, sure. Yeah. And he got a ring, got 2 rings, and got off the bus.
Yeah.
And then they brought Wiggins in. It was like, hey, Wiggins, you want a ring? He said, sure. That whole
argument, listen, you could have like a You could have like an all-star, just an all-star level, like a Chris Middleton. They'll still win.
Not even if Harrison Barnes would have played like he knew what basketball was in that 16 finals, they would have won.
If he could hit shots, if he remembered how to hit shots, then they would have won for sure. So yeah, Kevin Durant, man, all-time great, top 15, but you weren't needed, and all these people saying, "Oh, the Cavs would have beat the Warriors if they didn't have Kevin Durant." Shut up. We all know what happened in 2016 with the Warriors and injuries. Yeah, it's a part of the game, but we all know that the Warriors would have probably got another one. They would have gotten another one without Kevin Durant, and it just goes to show what happened this year with the Boston Celtics. They were able to get them out of there in 6 games and not even force a game 7, which is impressive. They won in Boston.
They won 3 in a row. They won 2 in a row in Boston. That is very impressive.
Oh my God. Maybe the reason why Boston lost is because Jordan and Lucas were performing.
I saw that. I saw that he was performing at half. I said, "Yep, they're going home." And it was bad enough they was down 15. They had to listen to him.
He performed "I Am Not Racist," and it was like, damn, the fans.
I wonder what did he perform?
Yeah,
Nobody in Boston listens to that man.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe.
And if they do, they ain't at the game.
Maybe he was sabotaging. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Hey, let me perform." You know what I'm saying? But inside, he was trying to sabotage them, trying to jinx them. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. That's just a weird. That's a weird person. Asked to perform. That's random.
I think he's from there.
Is he?
Yeah, I think
he don't act like it. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, yeah, Kevin Durant, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got Stephen Curry over you.
Everyone should.
Yeah, for real.
Steph Curry should be in everyone's top 10 now.
Now that you know what? Let's transition to that. Stephen Curry in the top 10. I want to talk about now that Steph has won this ring. He has 4 rings now. What is your top 10 looking like?
Okay. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get it popping.
Obviously, we got the usuals. We got the GOAT Jordan, Bron, Kareem, Kobe, Magic, Hakeem. Yes, Hakeem is in my.
Put Hakeem in your top 10?
Hakeem is in my top 10.
Okay, who else in your top 10? Bird, Shaq, Duncan. No Duncan? No Duncan?
Okay, honestly, I'm gonna go Timmy D over Shaq.
Timmy D over Shaq?
Because of the longevity. Peak Shaq is top 10. But let's look over the career. Who had more sustained dominance?
But if you look at it, Tim Duncan is all-time great, but from 2009 on,
he still was good.
He was good. He was good, but he wasn't that 2002, 2003.
He was better than Shaq in his later years.
That's because Shaq was old, man. He was old.
Timmy D wasn't old when he
wasn't as old as Shaq. No, he wasn't.
How
Shaq
old?
came out in like 92. Timmy D came out in like 98, 99. No, 98, 97, 98. And he was probably like maybe in his early 30s by then. Shaq was like...
In 2014?
No, I'm talking about like I said 2009 to like 2014. That's when sort of like his numbers was, I mean, they were good, but they weren't like 2002, 2004, 2003. Like Tim Duncan, like if you look at his stats, Tim Duncan, like he wasn't like a huge like scorer. He wasn't like a real big score guy. Like he would give you 20 points, 12 rebounds, like 3-4 blocks, whatever. So, like, around 2009-ish, that's where his sort of numbers sort of nosedived. He was still productive. He was still a top 5 player. But in terms of, can you say he was the best player in the world, top 2, top 3? Hell no. Hell no. So, when you say, like, longevity, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, he was still really good for a good portion of time. But Shaq, man, from 92 to like 2004, bruh. Dude was probably in the top. He was easily in the top 10. Every year he was in the top 10 and top 5.
Yeah.
So from like 92 to 2004. So that's why when you say like longevity, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Because
Timmy D got the hardware over him.
Yeah, he does. But like First of all, Shaq has more Finals MVPs. Let's get that. He's had the better Finals performances, the better playoff performances, and he's dominated Tim Duncan in the playoffs. Let's get that out the way. When he was on the Lakers, barbecue chicken.
No one was guarding Shaq at that time, though.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
That's unstoppable. And then also with Shaq was the best. Those 3 years, those 3 championships, nobody was better than Shaq. Nobody. Them 3 championships, who's better than Shaq?
You mean in the league?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody. Nobody was better than Shaq. He was he was the most dominant and best player. And then when Tim Duncan started winning his rings, could you say that Tim Duncan the best player? Like, did anybody really say Tim Duncan was the best player? I mean, you can argue, but I don't really hear a whole lot of people saying, "Oh, Tim Duncan was definitely the best player during that time." Could you say that?
No.
Exactly. So, like,
I don't know. Maybe some people. I was a baby during. Well, I was a kid during those times.
Just going off of what although media they like to their narrative.
San Antonio's a small market.
Yeah. So
even though they was winning all them rings, they still was a small market.
A lot of times, what I hear is Shaq was like the best player one time. Kobe was the best player one time. Obviously LeBron and Jordan and all that other stuff. But you rarely hear like, oh, Tim Duncan was the best player in the world for a good portion of the time. You don't really hear that a whole lot. So like with Shaq, I just feel like his dominance as a player, man, and just winning those 3 straight rings, 3 straight Finals MVPs, I have Shaq over Tim Duncan. I'm sorry.
See, my thing is, how can you be like the GOAT power forward and not be in the top 10?
No, you're in. Well, that's your list. I have Tim Duncan in the top 10.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So you have obviously Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Bird, Kareem, Kobe, Akeem,
Shaq,
Tim Duncan. Who you gonna leave out? Oh, you gonna put Steph at 10.
If you wanted to take Hakeem out the tie, I wouldn't. I only put because like that 95 finals that was insane what he did.
The Magic.
Hakeem.
Yeah, against the because he won in 93, 94 he played the Knicks, and then 94, 95 he played the Magic.
Well, I think that he won the finals in the 95 the year Jordan ain't played.
Yeah. Well, Jordan got bounced out against the Magic. And in 93, 94 Jordan wasn't playing. That was the year Jordan sat out.
Yeah, so whatever year, I think it was 95 though. But whatever year the Hakeem won, that finals run was insane. Okay. But he did the David
Robinson.
Yeah, David Robinson.
Yeah. I think that was 95 because that was the year he got snubbed. Well, that supposedly got snubbed for MVP.
Yep, and that man went on a tear.
Yeah, he destroyed
that
him.
Run alone puts him like in my top 10.
He destroyed him. So I like Hakeem.
Honestly, I wouldn't see. I'm perfectly fine with taking Bill Russell out my top 10.
And Wilt?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Sorry, but if them rings ain't in color.
Yeah, I see how it is. So you have this sort of a bias against like the older generation before the 80s. You have that bias against.
Yeah.
I understand. Because if you look at it, they played against like 8 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Some seasons they weren't even playing 82.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, if you wanted to keep Bill Russell, I mean, I'm not going to argue against you.
And then also,
but Wilt, I don't think Wilt shouldn't be. No, I'm sorry.
Jay Williams also talked about when the Boston Celtics were like really winning. All you had to do was win 2 rounds, and you won the championship. Yeah. That's what Jay Williams and JJ Redick said. So that's another thing that you have to consider as well. Is like, okay, how many rounds did they had to win? And so, yeah, you see now there's 3 rounds.
I didn't know that.
Actually, there's 3 rounds.
So it was 2 rounds and the finals, or it was just.
I think they just said 2 rounds. I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But if it's just 2 rounds and you win the chip, that's crazy. And there's just 8 teams. So
and they probably wasn't even playing 7 games.
If you actually think about it, it makes sense because if there's only 8 teams, then, I mean, yeah, 2 rounds sounds kind of accurate.
4 teams in the playoffs, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's 2 rounds and then the finals and then you win. But anywho, again, like I said, it wasn't how it is now. And so you have to take that to account. And for me personally, my list, I would have no order. Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Bird, Shaq, Duncan. This is where it gets hard. Because do I put the old, like the 60s guys in there, the Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain in there? I'll put Bill Russell in there. Hold on. This is where I'll put Bill Russell.
Okay. I ain't mad
I'll
at
put
it.
Bill Russell because I was going to say Wilt Chamberlain, but just hearing what people are saying, the old folks are saying and all this other stuff about, Wilt Chamberlain didn't shine in the brightest lights and all this stuff, and he always lost to Bill Russell. I'll put Bill Russell in that, out of respect. He won 11 rings. It's very hard, even though the stats are very wary. He is the ultimate winner, and so I'll put Bill Russell in there, and then my 10 will be Stephen Curry because of just what he's done so far. So salute to Steph. Definitely deserves number 10 on the list because, man, he has been through a lot, especially since they lost to the Toronto Raptors. For crying out loud, remember he got injured the next year. He was out for pretty much the remainder of the season. Clay being out for that long. Draymond sort of being alone on an island by himself with a bunch of young guys. Them have to rebuilding. And then them drafting James Wiseman. That didn't even pan out. And he's still sort of trying to get acclimated to the team. So we'll see about that. And then all of a sudden now they come back. But all the big three is back. They get the top 3 seed in the West, but then Stephen Curry gets hurt, and then all of a sudden they have to figure out, okay, let's try to survive without Stephen Curry. He comes back, plays and everything like that, comes back in his sort of Stephen Curry fashion. They go to the finals, and he does this thing, and now we are where we are now. And so salute to Stephen Curry, top 10 player of all time. And if you don't have Stephen Curry in your top 10, then you're just a hater.
Yeah,
you must be an old head or something because there's no way they'll say like, oh, but he doesn't play 2 ways. Well, now he does.
True.
In the finals, yes he did. So what games were you
I don't
watching?
understand how you can look at the resume of 2 times MVP, first and only unanimous MVP, by the way, 4 rings, a Finals MVP, multiple first team All NBA selections.
Yep.
Scoring title winner, and he all-time 3-point leader, and say this guy is in top 10. Like, that's crazy.
Stephen Curry is the only player that won 3 MVPs in one season. All-Star MVP,
brother,
Western Conference MVP, Finals MVP. He's the only player that's done it. Nobody else has done it. So got to give him credit on that. But
and the only players, I think they said, was the only players with 4 rings and multiple MVPs was Steph. And Steph, Jordan, and Bron.
Man.
How was this not top 10 material?
And he's had one of the all-time great finals performances.
Yeah, like, come on now. Y'all gotta wake up and smell the coffee, man.
For real.
And his stats is only gonna get better because he ain't retiring anytime soon.
Right. So, with Steph's all-time great performance in the finals, let's talk about just, I would say, what is your 5 best, I guess, finals performances?
Like individual?
Yeah, individual.
Obviously Steph this past year.
Really?
Giannis last year.
Really?
Oh, you mean all time?
Yeah, all time.
Oh,
bro.
shoot.
All time.
Oh, can all 5 of them gonna be Jordan second? Let me start.
Gotta pick one Jordan.
Pick one. Was it 97 or 96?
Nah, 96. He was kind of.
97.
93. 93. He was averaging like 40.
Yeah, but like the thing that is against the Jazz, like he got the bucket, went on defense, got the steal, came back down and hit the game winner. That's
a moment though. That's not like a.
He was crazy the whole run.
But He averaged 40 though, bro. That's the only time he ever averaged 40 against the Suns, bro. That was like, dude was unstoppable.
Wasn't the flu game that
The flu game was
it that
97?
97? Yeah, that was the same run, wasn't it?
Nah. Oh, you talking about the one where he hit the go away shot in game 6?
Yeah.
That was next year.
That was next year? Okay.
Yeah, because it was like, oh my God, that's the last shot Jordan ever hit. But then all of a sudden he went to the Wizards.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, but I'm gonna go with. I mean, you gotta put like Shaq in one of them. Cause that dominance is insane.
2000.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Giannis because I'm a Giannis fan and I've seen that one live.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. Man, that LeBron 13 run was crazy.
What about 16?
Yeah, but I hate that ring though. I hate that ring so much. I don't even want to put it there.
Gotta be objective though, man.
Kyrie helped too much. Second up, you could put any pretty. I don't know.
Honestly, you could put the 2015 one where he averaged like 35, 38.
He lost. I'm not counting that.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah,
he lost.
You have to win.
Yeah,
let's get that
win.
out the way. You have to win.
Because if that was the case, I'd put AI on there.
Good point. So you got Giannis, you have Steph, you have whatever Jordan year. I don't know what Jordan year, but.
And you could put a LeBron year. Either 20, was it 2012 or 13? I think 13.
Probably 13.
It was 13.
Yeah.
But people said he got bailed out that year, but still, that run was still good. Either 13 or 16, Bron. I'm not counting that 2020 ring. Yeah, no.
The bubble. Okay,
and,
you don't have to count it.
Let's go with Hakeem.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the 4th one? Or is that the 5th?
I think that was 5th.
That was 5th? Wow. Okay. Wow, I was not expecting that. Wow. So your list is very interesting. Very interesting. See, with me, I'm going with LeBron 2016.
Of course.
I'm going with Dwayne Wade 2006.
Oh yeah, that's a good candidate.
Jordan 93. This is where it gets tricky.
You got to put a Kobe one in.
I'm
there
gonna go. Man. I'm gonna go with Durant, 2017.
Really?
Yeah. You know why? Dude averaged 35. His efficiency was incredible. Dude was going back and forth with LeBron and everything, just cooking him. Hit that game, you know that
3 over.
That three, bro. That
then he came back
shot.
the next year and did it again.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
Yeah, I got Durant. Whew. And then my last one, man, it's between. It's tough, man. I'll probably go with Kobe 2009.
Okay.
I'll probably go, even though I can't think of it right now. Wait, did I say Shaq?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I gotta go with Shaq.
Shaq over Kobe?
Yeah, 2000.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Shaq
kind of
was
Kobe fan is you?
Nah, I'm being objective. Like he's in the performance in my top 10, but like top 5, Shaq 2000, bro. So it's Shaq 2000, Jordan 93, Durant 2017. Dwayne Wade 2006, and then LeBron in 2016. Those are my 5.
I think you said LeBron twice.
I did.
I think you might have.
I did. All right. LeBron 2016, Dwayne Wade 2006, Shaq 2000, Jordan 93,
KD
and KD. Yeah,
okay,
KD.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, that's my list. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, really. I mean, your list. I like your list. Goes to show that you're very educated in your putting Hakeem in there. That's definitely very interesting because not a lot of people would say that.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most underrated all time.
Yeah, he's
players.
one of those underrated
along
for sure.
with Moses Malone.
Yeah, Moses Malone. Kareem used to be underrated too until I would say like the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Because people
Kareem is 3 on my list.
Yeah, because they used to sort of because when like you would talk about like the Jordan debate, whatever, they would bring up Kobe because he played like Jordan, and they'll bring him like obviously LeBron.
Yeah, I used to have Jordan, Kareem, then Braun, but Braun after that.
Yeah.
Recently he's number 2 now.
For sure. So yeah, that's the list.
So where do you rank this finals within the 2010s?
I mean, we in the 2020s, but if you want to bring up 2010s, then sure.
I know we in the 2020s, but
I get what you're saying.
I would have just said the last decade, but I didn't want to leave out 2010.
So how about
and 11.
like last 12 years?
Yeah, last 12 years.
So it's definitely better than 2012 because that went to 5. Even though the shot making, even though Kevin Durant, LeBron going back and forth was entertaining, but I'm gonna put that above 2012. It's better than 2011. Even though LeBron's downfall was entertaining. I'm not gonna put it over 2010 because of the whole history with the Lakers and the Celtics and them going 7 games.
That's fair.
Yeah, so it's better than the Spurs 2014 for sure. It's better than 2015 because LeBron was he was by himself. Even though it was entertaining to see him sort of uplifting his team and seeing Matthew Dellavedova come out of nowhere and start hitting shots for no reason.
That was crazy.
And Mozgov.
Timothy Mozgov.
That was the reason why the Lakers signed Mozgov off of that run right there.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying. But, yeah, that right there, I'm going to put that above Mozgov. I'm going to put that, obviously, 2018. I'm putting that above 2018 easily.
I'm putting it above 17, too.
Yeah, it's 17 as well. I'll put it above 2021. I'll put it up 12. Yeah, bro.
Steph Giannis.
Cause it's like
I don't know, man. Seeing the Suns choke that 2-0 lead was pretty sweet.
You know what? You got a point because I felt like
I think the downfall of Chris Paul.
I think the Suns and the Bucks was a little bit more competitive. Little bit more competitive.
Yeah, definitely. Especially game 5 that was.
Yeah. With
the steal and the alley-oop, that was crazy to see in real time.
I'll give you that. And then Giannis dropped that 50 burger in game 6. That was crazy. So I'll give you. So where I would rank it,
I'd say it's top 5 at least.
So let's see. Because obviously 2013 is the best.
It'd be better to name the ones that was better.
Yeah, 2013, 2010. I'll give 2019.
2019?
Yeah, bro. Well, actually, I take that back.
I'm about to say all them injuries. I mean, was that really entertaining?
I take that back. 2018 was not better.
21, you could say.
2021. And
I think it's better than any of the previous Warriors rings they got. Because it just
felt 2016. I forgot about 20. Even though it was like blowout, it was still, game 7.
True.
2016. So that's 4 right there. I guess I could put it at 5.
Yeah, I say it's top 5.
Yeah, it's top 5 for sure. I want to talk about dynasties. Warriors are a dynasty, as we all know. Even if they didn't win this ring, they were still a dynasty. But 4 rings in
like 8 years?
8 years, whatever, which is an amazing accomplishment. I think the Lakers won 5 rings in 9 years. So, yeah, they're right there with the Lakers in that fashion. So, where would you rank the Warriors dynasty?
Okay, the Warriors dynasty. Let's think about Jordan dynasty. The Bulls dynasty had a lot of. I think the Bulls dynasty is one because they went 100% from the field when they went to the finals.
Yep.
And everybody knew when Jordan had a full season and playing at some point he was going to win.
Yep.
So they're one. I say the Lakers is 2.
80s Lakers.
80s Lakers. I forgot. I you got to put the Celtics there, right?
The 11 rings. Yeah, you got to put them in. You got to put them at 2.
And then,
even though I said win 2 rounds, but still they won the chips.
Yeah, they won. They was running the league, so got to put them there. Spurs obviously.
Ooh, putting the Spurs in there.
Yeah. Ooh. Spurs are a dynasty. Come on now.
Gonna put them over the Lakers?
Over the Lakers? Well, see, educate me about the Lakers. What was their finals? What was their dynasty?
They won 5 rings in 9 years. They only missed the finals like twice in that span.
Okay, let's put the Lakers then the Spurs, and then we could put the Warriors.
You gonna put the Warriors over to Shaq and Kobe, and then you went from
How we gonna use two? Man, how we using 2 different years for one team?
We're that good, man. Don't hate it. Don't hate it,
brother.
Don't hate. The Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, and then Kobe, they won 5 rings. I mean, that's kind of a dynasty.
So they won 5 rings in 10 years.
And
compared
they won,
to 5 rings in 9 years.
Yeah, in the Showtime Lakers won 5 rings in 9 years, but the Kobe dynasty years, 2 back-to-backs.
A 3-peat, and then he went back to back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How many dynasties can say that besides the Celtics?
True. So you gotta pick either. You gotta pick.
No, I can't. I can put both on there. I mean, does
it really matter? Dynasty's a dynasty.
Yeah, but we ranking the man, and we trying to rank them. I gotta put the Kobe Lakers dynasty up in there, bro. I got to 2 back-to-backs, 3-peat, and back-to-back in 2009, 2010.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
I mean, the Warriors did have to go through Braun though.
But they had KD though, man.
When you got a GOAT candidate going to 8 or 9 straight, whatever, how many straight finals and beating them consistently, I don't know, man. LeBron let up a lot of rings in his lifetime. I'm just saying.
But the Warriors, they won back-to-back titles, but did they do it twice though?
Nah.
Because you got to remember, like, back in the day.
But then you gotta put it to, like, people. Let's be real. People after 2019 thought they was finished.
Yeah,
they wasn't going to win anything else. People, you can literally, the footage is there. A lot of media here said
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, a lot of media here said Steph will not win another ring, and they said, okay, wait till we. And the reason I want to put this because they talked like the Warriors backed up like Steph last year. When they got eliminated from the play-in, he said y'all don't want to see us next year. He was right.
Yeah, he was.
Clay said something. I can't remember what he said, but he said something along the same lines.
I remember he talked about Jordan Poole and how he beat him in a shooting contest. I remember he said that, but I don't remember what else he talked about.
He said something like, I can't remember though. But yeah, Draymond even said something like they just all backed it up. Oh yeah, but he told CJ McCollum that the Celtics will still be ringless like him when they was down 2-1 and when he said that, which was crazy.
Yeah.
But like it's like the adversity they had to face.
For sure.
But
you gotta get the Lakers with Kobe. You gotta give them credit, man. Like 3 straight.
Of course.
They're the last team that won 3 straight, and in the past, like
ain't they the last team to 3-peat in sports? Period. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that the Tampa Bay Lightning was the hockey team. They have a chance to 3-peat because they in the Stanley Cup Finals right now.
Yeah, but I think you're right about that. And in the past, like winning back-to-back titles was super rare. Like you go to the 90s, not 90s, you go to 80s, bro. Like only the Lakers really went back-to-back. So it was extremely rare. And then I think the Bad Boy Pistons went back-to-back. So after the Lakers, that's when, the Bad Boy Pistons, and then you had the Bulls. But before then, it was extremely rare. So not a lot of teams just go back-to-back. And so the Lakers went 3-peat. Like, how many teams can say we 3-peated? The Bulls, the Celtics. That's about it. There's no other team that can say, "Oh yeah, we 3-peated." So you gotta put the Lakers in there. You gotta put the 2000 Lakers. You gotta put the 80s Lakers in there. I get it. You don't like the Lakers. 2 Lakers in there. It disgusts you. But you gotta be objective, man. Got to.
I actually don't dislike the Lakers. It's more so the combination of Laker and LeBron fans is just. Oof.
Yeah, it disgusts you.
I never disliked the Lakers. I mean, shoot, what's there to dislike? They was trash at one point.
Okay.
And I never disliked Kobe, so I ain't had no reason to dislike.
So you have the Warriors at 5.
I think that's it.
You have the Spurs at 4.
I mean, has it only? I mean, yeah.
Okay, and you have the obviously you have
the Lakers, and then the Bulls.
You have the Celtics in one instead of the Bulls.
Huh?
You have the Celtics at 1 instead of the Bulls?
I said the Bulls.
I'm just saying your rankings. You have the Bulls at 2
Bulls,
or 1?
The Bulls are 1.
Okay, and then you have the Celtics.
Because they won them rings in color.
Okay.
And not only did they three-peat, they did it twice.
Right. That's very impressive. So you can't take that away from them.
Exactly.
So yeah, dynasties. Very interesting. Let me see what else. I forgot. I had something else. Okay, I got it.
Okay, here we go.
Are the Warriors going to win another championship? With this collection of, this group with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond, are they going to win another championship, or is this it?
It is definitely possible, especially if the younger guys get more development, like Kuminga, Moody, James Wiseman gets actually on the court. And I mean, it's hard to say that. Oh yeah, they're not winning. I mean, because last time we said they wasn't going to win. I mean, it's definitely possible. I can't say.
Come on, man. It's a yes or no question. You got to be absolute.
You said can they or will they?
Okay, will they win another ring?
I'm going to say no.
Oh.
And I hate that. I hate it had to be my dogs, man. I actually like the Warriors, contrary to the most public opinion.
Wow.
But yeah, I just think. I think that it's time for a new teams to start coming up and coming. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna go back to this video and.
I mean, it's not like I'm saying it because I dislike them. I'm just trying to be realistic. You feel me? If they go back to back, I mean, shoot, we're gonna have to boost them up on that all-time dynasty list. But yeah, I'm thinking like a lot of players is coming back healthy.
I think they can do it. I think they'll win another ring. I think that'll probably be their last ring.
Wait, so you talking about period or in the Steph, Clay, and Draymond era?
Clay, Draymond era. I'm not talking about
okay.
over the years. I'm talking about Steph and Clay, Draymond. I have them winning one more ring. I don't know when exactly, but I just think that just looking at Stephen Curry right now, he's still at his peak. Whatever, Klay Thompson, he'll get healthier.
Yep.
He had to come back from an injury, so obviously he's not going to play the same. Draymond, he's still an elite defender, and he can still, as we saw in Game 6, he still has that in him to get those 12 points, that triple-double-esque performance. And then you have Jordan Poole, man.
And you got Andrew Wiggins. I'm pretty sure they'll sign both of them.
It depends, because if Jonathan Kuminga comes to his own, then they might not have to sign Wiggins, then they can just replace him with Kuminga.
Honestly, if I had to pick between Poole and Wiggins, I'm going Wiggins. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree, because I think Poole, you can sort of find. I'm not gonna say you can necessarily find somebody to level Poole, but you can find somebody that could sort of play, make up for some of the things that Poole was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you can replace him more than per se a two-way player like Wiggins. So yeah, I agree with that. But I just think the Warriors, just the way they are, they have a mixture of young and like sort of older players. So I like that. And they could, because of the young players, because the Warriors are good at developing, and James Wiseman, you never know. He might come to his own as well. Like Kevon Looney, like if you look at Kevon Looney, like originally he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He was barely getting any PT. Then all of a sudden, it comes to this year, he's finally coming to his own. He's gotten a lot better. So that could happen with James Wiseman as well. We just got to see if he can get on the court, get some reps in. And, yeah, once he does that, then we can finally assess his abilities, because he was a top 2 pick for a reason.
Yeah.
So I like the Warriors, and I think they'll win one more ring because they have that. And Steve Kerr is an excellent coach. And the organization, they're very good as well. Bob Myers, they know what they're doing. That D'Angelo Russell trade was a fleece in hindsight.
Boy, oh boy.
I
just try to give the Western Conference the benefit of the doubt.
Right, because, you want to pay their, give their respects and everything. But I just think that the Warriors system with Clay and Steph and Dre and just their drafting and developing, it's just elite. Yeah. And I just and they play the luxury tax. It's not like they're being cheap or anything like that, like OKC did with James Harden, for crying out loud. Like, no. Or the Suns. The owner too, he be cheap too. look with DeAndre Ayton. So they're not going to be in that situation. So I like where they're heading. I do want my Lakers to win, but I'm being objective, and I just think they'll win one more. But, yeah, where do the Celtics go from here?
Well, I think you need to get a guy off the bench that can provide some offense, because you've seen the rotation was very short in the finals. Like, they was running like a 7-man rotation, and you could tell they was tired.
Yeah.
They just got gassed towards down the stretch, and that's why I was like, that's why one of the reasons I picked the Warriors, because I said they know what finals conditioning and things like that is. So that's why I had them. I favored them in 6 games, and I was right once again.
Yep, you were right.
I was killing it this whole playoffs. I was wrong. Only times I was wrong was pretty much going against the Celtics because I don't like them. But my objective opinions, I was right pretty much all the time. But anywho, yeah. So the Celtics, they may have to think about getting another PG and move Smart at the 2 or something, because Smart can't run an offense. And they might want to look into getting some more depth guys on the bench. Try to sign some cheap guys that could provide some offense and shot creation on the bench. Because when teams go to the finals, other players in the, free agents in the league go see that, and you're like, let me play I'll take less money to possibly win a ring. So they'll probably should fill their end of the bench up more with those kind of guys. So you plug and play them, they could get some buckets for you.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think they have a solid core.
They do. They just need a little, pieces there, then and there, that they can plug in. Like, I think that the point guard position is very key, especially with Marcus Smart not being a traditional point guard. And I think the problem with what they had this year is that Ime Udoka is trying to make Marcus Smart do something that he's not comfortable doing, and that is being a playmaker, being a facilitator. Marcus Smart is a defensive guy who can give you.
He's glorified 3-and-D.
Yeah, pretty much, but he's a guard. That's the thing. Yeah. That's what he is. So I feel like you get a Mike Conley type, a player who can run the show.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
and
Conley.
You put Marcus Smart back in his natural position, and then you go from there. And I think also you may need to sign maybe some pure shooters. You need some pure shooting, because Jason Tatum, he's not a pure shooter. Jaylen Brown's not a pure shooter. So you need to find a pure shooter that can sort of alleviate some of the the defensive attention on a Jaylen Brown, on a Jason Tatum. And I think from there then you're set, because I think everything else they're pretty good at, with Robert Williams and him sort of being that shot blocker and also being athletic and running the floor. Al Horford, although he's up there in age, he's 35, he could still do some things, hit some threes, play defense, you know what I'm saying? He could even dish it sometimes as well, if he need be. So they have pretty much almost all the pieces. They just need maybe one or two, and I just think that's where they need to go. If they don't go that way, then they're screwed. Unless Jason Tatum really develops.
They need to make some improvements, or they're going to end up like the Suns.
Also, Ime Udoka, man, you need to run more set plays, bro, instead of going ISO with Jason Tatum and
fix
Jaylen
some
Brown
of them
all
defensive. There's no reason Al Horford should have been ISO'd on Steph. Like, you should have bought the help immediately.
Absolutely, yeah, they should have.
Watch that 35-year-old, 36-year-old man get cooked like that.
Bro, RDC World talked about it. He was like, why do you have Al Horford guarding Steph? How you gonna let him do that, Tatum?
Yeah, that was ugh.
Yeah, it was awful.
And your star player needs to show up.
Absolutely. The last thing I want to talk about. This just came out of nowhere for me. This just blindsided me. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. Now you're thinking, what happened with them? Man. So Stephen A. went on JJ Redick's podcast, a great podcast, by the way. You should definitely listen. And he was talking about how sort of the whole First Take relationship with Skip Bayless, how that sort of manifested himself. And he said that Skip came up to him and he was like, yo, I need you, I want you on the show, whatever. And he was talking about how Skip was sort of essentially carrying the show on his back for so long, and so he needed a co-host, like somebody that's going to be with him every day and that. And so he said that Stephen A. said that once he came on the show, the ratings just rose dramatically. So Skip Bayless, he went on his podcast and was like, "How dare you, Stephen A." I was like, what the hell is going on? He was like, "That is so inaccurate." He was, because I said this. I was like, yo, the way that Stephen A. portrayed it was like Skip was Draymond and Stephen A. was KD. and Skip was calling Stephen A. in the, he was talking to Stephen A. in the parking lot. "I need you, man. The ratings are, we need you, bro, because the ratings aren't doing too well." But with Skip saying, it's like, no, that's not how it was. I didn't need you. I mean, I would love to have you because it would definitely, help contribute, but we didn't need you. The ratings were doing fine as well with sort of the Tebow, Tebow and everything like that. And that was really what it is. And he said that the ratings never actually got to that Tebow, when the whole Tebow thing was Skip Bayless, the ratings never got to that level. And he also said that Stephen A. was sort of a what do they call it? I wouldn't say detrimental to the company, but he was definitely a polarizing figure. He was definitely somebody that the company didn't particularly like too much. Yeah, that's what he said. He said that he had to keep going to the executives and sort of asking them to put Stephen A. on the show, bring him back to ESPN, beg him to bring him back to ESPN because they didn't particularly like Stephen A. I think it's because of the contract negotiations and maybe, I guess, could have been quite frankly how that sort of happened. And Skip Bayless said that Stephen A. has the biggest ego he's ever met, has ever sort of met before. And I was like, damn.
I didn't see all that. I only saw the little clip he posted.
Yeah, I watched the entire not the entire podcast, but pretty much the large portion of the podcast where you're talking about Stephen A. in general. I was shocked. I was like, the executives didn't really rock with Stephen A. like that. I was like, damn, he had to beg the executives, and Stephen A. literally when he came back, he literally had to start from ground zero. And so they were hoeing him. They were just screwing. He had to write articles for not even the main ESPN sort of website. It was ESPN New York, do radio for ESPN New York and all this other stuff. And Skip finally got in the good graces with the executives and said, okay, we'll let Stephen A. do 10 minutes, a 10-minute segment on Wednesday, literally just 10 minutes. One segment on Wednesday, and then eventually it got to 15 to 20, and then eventually the executive was like, all right, if you want to, add Stephen A. as your co-host, then it's all go. I say this to say that, man, it's just crazy, how they paint each other, because the way that Skip Bayless was painting it, it was like Skip Bayless was Tom Brady and Stephen A. was Antonio Brown.
Bruh.
That's what it sounded like to me. So I don't know. What is your thoughts on it, if you have any? And then Kevin Durant responded. He was like, "Somebody lying."
I mean, there's just two sportscasters that ruin sport debates talking. So I mean, who cares really? Who cares?
Two old man.
Who cares? They both got their own show. They running their own thing. They successful. Who cares really?
Two old men trying to claim the credit for themselves.
It ain't that serious, man.
And
if Stephen A. was lying, shame on him.
Yeah,
but I think people were saying that. I don't think they were saying Stephen A. didn't mean it literally, he was begging him to join, but he just thought he would be a good addition. So Stevie A. he likes to fabricate things, in his voice and that all the dramatics and all of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
you put a mic on him, it's you know what I'm saying, it's all entertainment.
Yeah, so he probably had to just try to make some
sweeten the story up a little bit.
Good. We all know how black people like to exaggerate stories. You know what I'm saying? We've been at the cookouts. We your uncles that is not what happened.
Yeah, I was dropping a triple double. Ice Cube. No,
Ice Cube said you dropped a triple double on a park. How the heck you do that? Most 5-on-5s go to 21. How did you drop a triple-double?
That was such a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that.
And who was counting stats anyway?
Exactly. Like, oh, yeah, I had 10 points, 12 rebounds. Like, honestly, the only people that swear they count stats are the guys that aren't good. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Now, if they say, like, I had 5 points, but they're going to say, oh, I have, like, 10 rebounds, like 6
I'm like,
assists.
you're not getting scouted. Relax.
They'll be like, oh, the person be like, bro, you barely scored, but I had, like, 10 rebounds, I had, like, 5 assists. Like, bro, that's usually the guys that aren't good. But, yeah, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. is a bunch of old guys just arguing who wants the credit and everything like that. Skip Bayless, I recommend you watch the podcast. He talked about sort of how First Take sort of took off and everything like that, how it sort of came that the way that it did. Because originally people weren't rocking with, because Skip Bayless, the way that he was telling us, like everybody was doubting him and all this other stuff, saying that it wasn't going to work. And people didn't believe in that a full-on debate 2 hours was going to work. And I was just like, you making it sound like the way that you portraying it is just weird to me. But yeah, it's definitely crazy. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the best season is upon us.
Best season?
Football season.
My God, here we go.
Now that the NBA Finals are over, we can get to the best sport in North America, which is NFL football.
Gotta wait hella long though.
Yes. It's true, but I be tapped in with the beat writers and all that stuff. So I like training camps and preseason, all that stuff. That's my bag.
That's cool.
But
Cool. But
the NBA season's really over.
The Cowboys, man. What's going on with the Cowboys, bro? First of all, I have no problem with them.
We just got fined $100,000 because apparently our practice was too physical, whatever.
Good job, Mike McCarthy. But then, I have no problem with them sort of saying, yo, instead of practice, we'll let you guys go to Top Golf because you guys been working hard.
Who did that?
Mike McCarthy.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, they went to Top Golf, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess they've been working so hard,
I did not see that.
Didn't miss meetings, they was there at the right time, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was late, so I guess he just said, you know what? I'm going to give you guys,
Oh, that's why they say he called off practice. I just saw the headline. I didn't see the
Skip Bayless is like, I don't like this. Because they should be working, whatever, y'all, and stuff. And
you don't want to kill it. They already do more physical practices compared to everyone else. You want to kill them or something?
It's because y'all been stinking up the joint the past 28 years.
At least in the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess he's just like, well, the routine hasn't worked so far, so why not get more reps?
See, the thing about the Cowboys org, they say a lot of things, but they just don't do it sometimes. Just like I'm tired of believing their word on everything, so they got to show me on the field. That's why I'm not too enthusiastic. You got to show me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that I have to be like, because I really want to get excited for this team, but I know every time it leads to disappointment.
Yeah, I feel you. Like me with the Packers, man. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I have no expectations. Like, I know they're going to win some games, but it's like when it gets to the playoffs, I'm not going to put my hopes up anymore.
Making the playoffs is no longer an achievement to be celebrated.
Yeah.
We need wins.
Yeah. Winning the division, it's expected.
Whoop-de-doo.
It's expected. Like, when you're part of a team that you're used to winning, not championship, but like just used to winning games, like
that doesn't move the needle anymore.
Like I'm as a Packer fan, we need to win championships, Super Bowls. You feel me? If you're not winning Super Bowls, then you're not doing nothing, in my opinion. But yeah,
at least make the championship game. Sheesh.
Yeah, y'all can't even make. It's been 28 years, bro. 28 years. That's a shame. But any final words?
Nope. Subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the socials. Link in the description. And that's it.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Yep. And let's play football.
Yeah, pretty much.
Welcome to the life of a nice brother, light-skinned, black father, white mother. Try to be a player.